Yeah, so, but unfortunately there's like 12 people still who have their death penalty upheld or maintained. So I guess that kind of brings me into the low light. So there are these 12 people whose sentences are upheld. But then there's a moratorium that's been in place, moratorium on the death penalty, on executions that have been in place since 2018. So we're not sure what's going to happen with those people, but the government assures us that they will not be executed. I think just a few other concerns that we highlighted, which you can find in our public statement, and if you don't have it, you can grab it at the front. The death penalty is still being given out for drug trafficking, which violates international laws and standards because it doesn't meet the threshold, the threshold of a serious crime enough for you to get the most serious crime for you to get a death penalty. So you see in our statement, I think we recorded 31% of people of the cases that we documented got the death penalty for drug trafficking, which is not great. And then we also found systemic flaws that undermine the right to fair trial. So in the public statement, we found it says that we found that 56% of people who appeared before the magistrates' courts, they appeared without legal representation. Despite the existing legal aid schemes that are provided by the government and YPGK. And lastly, whipping. Whipping is still part of the alternative life sentences, and we found that 56% of individuals who escaped the death penalty were sentenced to imprisonment and mandatory whipping. And I guess just FYI, you can only sentence men below the age of 50 years old to whipping. So most of the men who received this, we documented around 36 men received a minimum of 12 strokes, and then outside this number, there are people who even received up to 15 or 18. And we amnesty, and as I'm sure a lot of us here are against corporal punishment and whipping, and we urgently, call the government to basically either abolish it in full, abolish whipping, or introduce a moratorium on the use of whipping. Yes, so that is my info dump. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.